on my phone just so I've got it.
And we're live. Hambo was talking.
Fine. Don't wait. I don't care. Don't wait for me.
No, I'm not waiting. We're here for another watch along of Palace's game against West Brom. It's early in the morning or afternoon, but this is very early for me. Very early for Patrick as well. You can see it in his face. For Hambo, he's been awake for 3-4 hours looking ahead to the game. But Hambo, you seem like the one who's most energized going into this game. Give us a lineup and give us your thoughts on it.
Oh, well, okay. Well, let me run through it. So, obviously, Guaita in goal. Van Aanholt at left back. Kouyaté and Cahill centre backs. Nat Klein right back. So, this is where it gets complicated depending on how we line up. If we're assuming the 4-4-2, it's MacArthur and Milivojevic in midfield. And you would expect Schlupp to go left and Eze to play right with Zaha up alongside the returning Christian Benteke. Obviously, could be some variation around that, Diyar. You could see a midfield three with Eze, Zaha and Benteke as a front three, if you like, with Schlupp playing centre mid. If that happens, I'm going to go full Patrick O'Connor, start smashing the table and shouting and all that sort of stuff as well. So be prepared for that. But obviously, the key headlines: Riedewald stays out of the team. Townsend's been dropped. Ayew's been dropped. Dan is completely out of the squad, and deservedly so after the performance last time out, I think, in all fairness. And bench has got Butland, Ward, Sacco, Riedewald, Townsend, Ayew, and Batshuayi there. So some attacking options, 3 strong attacking options. Gyro for centre mid, of course, and then Ward and Sacco defensively, as well as the keeper option for Butland.
Patrick, you didn't seem happy there on the lineup.
Well, I'm looking at it now. NBCSN has it as a 4-4-2. So they have Gyro. I wish they have Luca. It's going to be a long morning. They have Luca and Jimmy in the middle. They have Eze left. They have Schlupp right for some strange reason, and they have Zaha and take up front. It's never going to be a 4-4-2, so I don't know where they got that from. But I don't like the lineup again. I don't want to see any team with PVA in it. I don't care what Mitchell could be on one leg. I'd rather him play. But I'm honestly, I'm at the point where I'd rather have Ward playing left back rather than PVA playing left back at this point. I really would have played Ward at left back. He's done it before. I don't like the lineup. I mean, I'm going to be disappointed. I just don't like it. I'm in one of those moods today where it's going to get very, very ugly very quickly.
Yeah. Well, look, with the Mitchell situation, he's hurt. Not in the squad once again.
He's hurt. Obviously, he's got to be hurt. I mean,
he said there were no major injuries. That's what Roy said. Or unless I missed something. He's been training.
He's not been referenced as a player that's unavailable. He's just not being picked in the squad. I think for some reason. Well, Roy must think with Gyro on the bench, he's got cover at left back. Ward, who, as you said, could play left back, and he just doesn't seem to want Mitchell as an option. But PVA, there's a lot I admire about him to some degree as a personality, and the fact that sometimes when he's at his very best, he gets forward and can get us really important goals. So I'm not a hater of PVA, but and especially when you look at the fact we're playing West Brom, if it wasn't for the last 2 games, if we'd done what we should have done in the last 2 games, right, then we wouldn't be staring at the back of 2 defeats against teams we should have beaten. We'd be looking at this game and thinking 3 on the bounce. But what we're looking at is potentially 3 defeats on the bounce against teams we should be beating. So that's where it feels wrong to have somebody who's basically costing us by their positional play in PVA. So I understand Patrick's angst, but I'm going to be the voice that defends him today for some reason until he lets me down in about 10 minutes time.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Go on.
You're going to defend a guy who can't defend. I like that. Really good.
Someone's got to have the defensive side, haven't they? So there you go.
Kevin says, "Hi guys, big up. It's 1 a.m. in New Zealand. Be prepared for something average unless Zaha gets fired up."
if it was 1 a.m. here, I would not be here. That's what I'm going to say.
Exactly. I'm contemplating being here at 12 p.m. So exactly, no way I'm talking about Palace at 1 a.m. But why is Riedewald on the bench? No Maya for variation, says Adam. I don't understand what happened to Maya. Just like I don't understand what happened to Mitchell. They both disappeared. It makes no sense though, because you're talking about the average age of squad, 2 younger players who can play football. All right, Maya, let's say that his future at Palace does not look that great under Roy Hodgson, but Mitchell, he's been playing good. I mean, why are we having this conversation every week before games? He played good. He had an injury and now he's completely out of the squad. It makes no sense. I wonder what our average age of squad is this game, because I'm pretty sure it's probably 28 to 30 once again. And it's not good. You're looking at they've got some good young talent as well. And I'm a bit worried about this average age of squad thing nowadays, because it is actually going to haunt us towards the end of the season if we continue playing these older players.
It just goes back to what we said last week, Diyar, which is this is the manager. Roy trusts a certain group of players more than other players, and we don't like it, especially when it hangs our young players out to dry, which it does. He's not a progressive manager. He's not thinking about the future. He's not thinking about development of players. He's thinking about the day-to-day. And in some ways, I understand why, but it's one of the biggest reasons why he's not the manager for me. As the game has kicked off on my screen, we're going to do some syncing in a minute, so we'll be syncing around the, did you say 1 minute mark, we said?
Yeah, 1 minute. I'll let you know when I'm out in a minute. But I think this is a must-win. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't know if you see it that way, but after the Newcastle game, after the Burnley game, you have to win this. You lose this, 4 points above relegation zone. Like we're talking about, last week we were talking about, well, we're pretty comfortable. But reality is, we're going to be 4 points. So, yeah, it's a must-win, and there's no excuses, Roy. You got Wilf there, you got Eze there, you got Benteke who you want to start. So get the win. Simple as.
Yeah, I completely agree. It is a must-win, even this early in the season, because we've got to get things back on track. And if we don't at least put a strong performance in today, those are 3 games that all of us picked out. Every fan picked out and said, this is a period where we're going to pick up points. We were so happy we were moderately happy that the points we had on the board, we think we'd done well. I've forgotten to pause. So Diyar, it's going to be on 1 minute 10 right now. I paused at 1:10.
Okay. All right then.
But going back to the point I'm making here, we're now in a position where we are desperate for these 3 points to get us back on track. And as you say, that bottom group, they've started to pick up points here and there, and that puts a kind of pressure on us that we were dismissing the other day, weren't we?
Yeah.
Diyar, what you on?
I'm on 37.
What is your problem, man? Sort your life out.
No. What are you on?
110.
What about you, Patrick?
110 now.
Okay, then I'll let you know.
Okay, so shout now really loudly, Diyar. Don't get distracted.
Yeah, 110. All right. I'm
Sorry,
going to quickly say Bo's comment. 100% a must win. Any other results not acceptable, says Bo. And then for the rest of your comments, I'll get it throughout the game. Let's just sync up with this.
But hello everyone. Thanks for everyone contributing so far. We are reading them as we go.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1 now.
Right, we're all synced. There you go, guys. So just for you at home, if you do want to sync with us, we are on 1 minute 20 now.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. So a minute's played, and it seemed like West Brom are pretty much been going forward with the ball. We haven't really had it. So they have a throw down the left-hand side.
I've got to ask this question for both of you, really, but maybe Patrick to start, because I know how he feels about young players. Conor Gallagher playing for West Brom today. Player we maintain an interest in. We wanted permanently, but Chelsea were not willing to release him. We had a loan all lined up, but then went with Batshuayi. But young, mobile central midfielder, very attacking, very forward-thinking, but can do a real box-to-box job. My gut feeling when we signed Batshuayi was I'd rather have signed Gallagher to give us mobility in the midfield. How do you feel?
He's too young.
No, seriously, I totally agree with you, Hambo. I've watched him play. I've watched the West Brom games. They're going to get all the games over here. And love the way he plays. I can imagine in another life having Gyro and him in the midfield would be brilliant, because he's a box-to-box player. He's very creative. Love the way he plays, and it would have been great to have him in the side. But again, all jokes aside, what Diyar said is exactly right. He wouldn't have played for Palace under Roy. Roy would have found a way to keep on the bench like he done with Maya. So it would have worked out for the poor kid here. I would have preferred him over Batshuayi also. But again, I just think that it wouldn't have worked out. But I like him as a player. I guarantee he busts the midfield today. Just watch.
You know what else? Cool. Sorry, Hambo. But Bilic, before the game, he talked about our roster. It seemed like everyone thinks that we've got a good squad, and every Palace fan thinks that as well, apart from Roy. But we're going through. Ooh, you took that shot. That was
so I forgot to look at how we lined up. It looked like Schlupp was on the right-hand side there, and Eze left. But I just think we need to have a proper look and see if we actually playing 4-4-2 because
we are. Benteke and Zaha definitely playing up front right now. Anyway, they're both playing up front by them together. So
yeah, okay.
Ooh,
that was not far off.
Yeah, we just need to wake up. I need to wake up. I'm so sleepy. Honestly, I'm getting into the game slowly.
This is a massive mug of coffee, so I am cheating.
Yeah, I might have Red Bull downstairs at halftime. If results do go our way. So who is it? So PV, of course, down the left.
Schlupp is on the right at the moment, and I've not got a problem with that.
I said that before the game.
Yeah, but hold on. He hasn't played on the right since when? That doesn't make any sense. Why are you shoehorning a guy into a lineup just to play him? Andros is much better on the right hand side than Schlupp. So already that doesn't make any sense. You're right. He's playing on the right, but why would you just put him on the right hand side? It doesn't make any sense. Seriously.
I'll be honest. I'm not this season. I'm not. He's had a couple good games, Andros, but I wouldn't mind having Schlupp space there.
But why? He hasn't played on the right hand side. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I mean, the whole lineup sometimes don't make sense, but it's just trying to make the most sense out of a lineup that is, that isn't the best.
Hambo explain, because it makes no sense to me. Seriously.
First up, apologies for not remembering who said it to me on Twitter, but somebody did say, and this is a part I wholeheartedly agree with, was that if Schlupp is playing right hand side, it shows you just how much we need to sign a new right-sided attacking player.
Good point.
Because we did try and go for Sarr. So when Andros does slip in terms of form and in terms of the role he's being asked to do, it just shows you we don't have an alternative of any real note. You could have played Ayew out there, and I genuinely thought that's what we'd do from the start of the season when we signed Batshuayi. I think we'll stick Ayew wide right, and that's how we'll play. But for whatever reason, Roy loves to get Jeffrey Schlupp in the team, and at times I appreciate that, especially when he's on form and he's running. And it's not unreasonable for a player who can play wide left to be playing wide right, because it just adds a different. Lots of time teams do it now, don't they? They put players on their weak foot side, if you like. So he has to cut in and put a different type of cross in than if he was right-footed. And Andros can cross with either foot, but the point you're making, Patrick, and I wholeheartedly agree with is, if you're in the Premier League, the top division, and you're playing a player on the right-hand side who has not played there, as far as I can remember, maybe for 5-10 minutes as a sub or something, but that's your first choice. You started with that. You started playing a player out of position. You're playing square peg in a round hole just to fit somebody in the team, and that is a big red flag for me. I hope he's successful today, and we end up thinking, well, blinding choice, Roy. But my gut says, even if that happens, it still shows you a weakness we have.
Because on a serious note, you could have played Zaha, Townsend, Maya, or Ayew. You had 4 players you could have played who would have been more natural on that side, and he chose the 5th choice just to play Schlupp. I mean, that's what I'm saying. This is why the management style makes no sense to me. He went with the 5th choice right-sided player, and again, Hambo, I don't remember him ever playing on that side except for as a late sub or a late switch. To me, it doesn't make any sense.
But
if you just seen it now where Schlupp's come inside and the Macca's gone right, it's not a permanent thing, but I wonder if that's the thinking there, because we have seen MacArthur play wide right on a number of occasions.
You're right. That's the 5th guy that could have played there. Had him absolutely right. I forgot about Macca played there. But it's 5 guys. Yeah, exactly. More to my list, exactly.
Okay. But hang on. What I will say is we've had a bit of pressure. I am ready. We've got a ball coming in from the right hand side here. We've had a spoiler in the chat. We've had a spoiler in the chat, guys. So I'm now poised and ready.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I'm ahead of you too. So
ready for what? Oh,
just
let's go!
Own goal.
Darnell Furlong. We spoilt it, so we didn't get a proper full reaction from us. So careful, guys, in the chat. But we needed that. Let's face it, guys. We needed that. We had a free kick from the right hand side.
Wait till VAR looks at it. That's what I'm waiting for.
But
No, you kind of
so
avoid an own goal.
Lucas
Change an own goal.
You never know. These long.
Lucas played it down the right. It's come to Zaha's feet. He's rolled in a low cross, and Furlong doesn't really know what's behind him. A little bit of indecision there. The truth is, there was nothing there other than Benteke at the far post, and it would not have reached him.
Exactly.
So, I mean, all over. That's the kind of goal we concede. So happy days that it was them. And but that's exactly what we needed, because the longer we'd gone without scoring in this game, the worse I think it would have got for us. So let's see, with a bit of confidence. I don't know what the delay is, but let's see with a bit of confidence how we can actually play. If we can start putting some serious pressure on West Brom and start dominating this game, because we need it. We need to see that, because mentally we're all on the floor with Palace a bit at the moment. So
and by the way, right-sided cross. Who put it in? Was that Schlupp or was that Zaha?
Yeah, it was Zaha.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's just so funny to me. But I'm glad we're winning, obviously.
Can I just say, I know we've seen all the stats, we know all this stuff, right? But Zaha is the only reason Roy Hodgson has a job. I said it last week. Just see it again, right? It's only him. He is the only reason we're in the Premier League. He is the only reason that Roy Hodgson has a job. And it drives me insane when he gets stick.
Yeah,
but it shouldn't be, though. It shouldn't be, though.
No, it shouldn't be.
I think he's our best player by far, but we still got good enough squad to get results over the last 2 games without Zaha. And I guess it's good that he's back, but the fact that, God forbid, what happens if he gets a long-term injury? God forbid. I don't know.
Or he leaves in January. Someone finally realises. Then we don't even get him back after an injury. But I just noticed Kevin Benson asking, does that count as an assist? That's somebody who's got Zaha in their FPL team there.
No.
I don't know if it does. Probably not, but
it doesn't.
I said like I know, but I guess it doesn't.
No, it definitely doesn't. It doesn't count as an assist. Not for an own goal.
But look, 1-0 up. The game's pretty much done. Off we go, because we can't lose at this point. Yeah, come on. We're not. This is perfect for us. Now we can just sit back. This is what Roy gets, wet dreams over. 1-0 up in the first 5 minutes.
What a lovely image that was of a 73, nearly 74-year-old man having a wet dream. Thanks, Diyar. Appreciated. I'm sure everyone's enjoying that as well at home. But, hey, if he is, fair play to him at that age.
Oh, come on, let's move on, shall we?
not for that subject, Patrick. No, all right.
No, too early for that.
Each to their own.
Oh no.
PVA beaten at the back post there, but we got it clear. And right, I'm going to say this now, even though it's really early, because I know there's a lot of hate on Luca, but he's right. He was back there doing a good job. He's coming. He does a better option than anyone in our team. Screaming doesn't get the love he deserves. Doesn't get the love he deserves.
Hold up. When there's Gyro, so are you telling me you start Luca ahead of Gyro just because
I'd start Luca ahead of Maka alongside Gyro.
He said screening. He does screen very well on the side. He didn't say better player than Gyro. He's a better screener.
One screening attempt, and all of a sudden we're giving him praises. All right.
No. It highlighted that point. It was like me watching that reminded me of why I like Luca. Because he's a brilliant screener, and we need a screener, somebody who sacrifices the sort of glamour work of being a midfielder for the good of the team, and that's why Roy picks him, and that's why I like him. And I understand he's not been as impactful on games as he was when he first joined us. I get that, but I'll never get the hate. Lovely little bit of play on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
The PVA is currently centre forward. Just pointing that out.
Of course. He just. Oh,
look at that!
Go on, Ed. There's no gaps.
It just turned into where the defence was. If he'd done a little 180, little Cruyff turn, maybe he'd have been in there. But it's good from Palace. Good so far. We're 12 minutes in as we're watching it, and West Brom look a little bit rattled. Palace looking very confident, and that's what I like to see.
Yeah, pretty much. Maka, I haven't even seen Maka. I think this is the first time he's touched the ball, unless I've been sleeping still. But I think we're just going to control it from now on. I expect us to control it, and if we don't, then that would be so typical of Palace. We're 1-0 up. This is what we love to do. Just be in this position. And it's against West Brom. We should be dominating them. we
should, but obviously it's a long way to go yet. We're not the biggest scorers, are we? So
But apparently, we scored one of the most between in the first 15 minutes of games. I think only Tottenham scored more.
We go back to
last season. It wasn't like that.
Exactly. You go back to the games where we have won. We've got early goals, haven't we? We did it against Leeds, did it against United. Who else we score early against? Southampton goal was early, wasn't it? So it's got an attack from West Brom down the left-hand side here. Hooked into the mid. Oh, good save by White.
Good save, but don't give him that space.
And the Fulham game also, he scored early.
Yeah, indeed. So, we know we have to go ahead in games to have any chance of winning, and that's who we are. Diyar, does David Hersey get a ban for claiming it's 1-1 when it isn't?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. Well, what if it is?
I mean, it could be, but that was a while ago. If we're that far behind and it is 1-1, I'm probably just going to leave.
I think we're safe. I don't know where they're scoring from, but we've pretty much been controlling it. They had their chance. It's gone.
Great finish, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're trying to replay. Oh, he just stayed. I think it was Wilf that just stayed on.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, that is a horrible thing, Patrick. You've played defence as well. I've seen you play right back at Selhurst Park. When you don't know what the hell to do, when you're facing your own goal and you haven't got a clue what to do, like whether who's behind you, haven't got anything, you need your teammates there. For whatever reason, he hasn't got a shout to leave it. He's just caught indecisive, and we've sort of taken the benefit of it there. But if I'm being really, really picky, which I like to be. The frustrating thing about that move was how few we had in the box. Benteke at the back post was really the only option.
We scored a goal. There's nothing to be frustrated about.
No, I know, but it's just part of you just thinks luck. It's funny, and it does. Goes against us sometimes, goes for us sometimes, and I hate when it's used as an excuse. But let's hope we build it.
Has Gary Cahill won more trophies than us as a club? Just thinking.
Almost certainly, yeah. I mean, I don't know if he hasn't got a Zenith Data Systems Cup, and that will forever when he finishes his career. Yeah,
and that's why every time someone talks about United fans talk about Champions League and stuff, I talk about Zenith Data Cup or playoff trophy. Have you got that? No.
Yeah. Diyar, you weren't born when I watched us at the old Wembley winning the Zenith Data Systems Cup. That was my first live. Snatched at that. He had the headlines in his eyes when he had that one.
I don't know, like it's just the fact that he just comes into the side and then we're just creating proper chances. It's just I don't know, man. It's like just get boosts from him.
I'm just gonna throw my Apple Watch away over there. It's not a goal, don't worry, but it's giving me updates that I don't want to see. Same for my phone. That's going over there.
I'm a bit worried that you done that.
What's that? No. Don't be worried. I'll be interested to see what causes the thing I saw, but it's not a bad thing. Don't worry.
Oh, it's not bad. What causes it?
There you go. We're doing the right. Oh, there it is. That's the yellow card.
Yeah. See, that's what he's got. He's got the pace. I think he's got more pace than Andros, even if he's playing down the right hand side. I think he can offer something different. We're not going to put crosses into the box anyway, so might as well.
Yeah, so why start Benteke then?
Because if we're hoofing it, there's someone there. If we are. Because last couple of games, there hasn't been anyone there to hold up the ball.
On a different way of talking about it, Patrick, forget how much you hate Roy for a second if it's feasible.
I can't, but go ahead.
All right. But thinking solely about Christian Benteke, do you think it's time that he actually deserved the opportunity to start up front for Palace?
Absolutely,
for the first time in a while.
Absolutely, I do. So I actually have a problem with that. I just have a problem with the stuff he does around him. You start him, then you take out the best crosser we have on the team, and you put a guy on the right side who's left-footed, doesn't cross the ball very well. Everybody's on the left side. But yeah, he deserved the chance.
I mean, it's obviously a running joke, but it's so true as well that we simply never cross when Benteke is on the pitch, and the second he's not on the pitch, that post is from to Gallagher on the penalty area.
We're tight now, but they're finding spaces at times with their crosses.
Yeah, we're getting lots of players back, and again, the
my
God.
Like, they're putting crosses into. They know that we can't let putting crosses because they've been putting loads of them in, and they've created chances as well. Let's be honest, that's the best chances they've created. Now putting crosses into the box. Look, another one. Who's this? I'm not picking him up. Like PVA.
Yeah, he's been beaten at the back post sort of 3 times in this opening 18 minutes or so. Long range shot straight to Guaita. Hi Mark. And I know you love the schlup, so good on you. And he won us that free kick and drew the yellow card, so good on him. But going to Eagles' point, talking about Benteke occupying the defence and opening space for others, I agree. That's the role he's going to play if we're not going to put crosses in the box, and he is more effective at doing that than most. But as you can see here, it just seems like he's the target for goal kicks more than anything at the minute.
We've got a striker who we don't expect to score goals. It sounds weird, but it is what it is, you know. I want to give him a new contract. I think it's a good time to move on. But knowing Palace, they probably will.
So on that,
so just to clarify, going back a little bit, Palace have won 3 trophies in their whole existence. The ZDS Cup being one of them. The old championship being won in whatever they called it, Division 2 when I was a kid back then. And then they've won. Cahill's won 9 trophies by himself. That includes 2 Premier Leagues, 3 FA Cups, a League Cup, Champions League, and 2 Europa Leagues. So it's not even close.
I wondered what you were working on, but now I know. I can see you making notes. Well, what's Patrick doing? Is he just writing down swear words so he doesn't say them out?
Something to do. Yeah, something to do.
But oh god, what was I going to go back to there? Diyar, what were you saying before that?
Sorry.
I'm tired. What was I saying? Benteke,
yeah.
New contract.
Oh, that was it. Yeah. So I go back to something do you remember when Fraser Campbell left and we were talking to Steve Parish about it, and he was saying that he regretted it, and a lot of people laughed and like, how can you possibly regret letting Fraser Campbell go? And his point was, it's not necessarily always about what they do as a first choice striker, if you know what I mean. It was the fact that to replace somebody of that standard would cost
a lot of money,
4 million at the time, and it's just you're buying a player to sit in a squad and be content to have a few opportunities here and there, and occasionally be needed, to lead the line. And to a point, when you look at Benteke, we spent a load of money on him, so there's an accounting exercise to do in terms of trying to keep value for him on the books. But also, if you let him go, we already need a striker. We need to spend a whole lot of money on a really good striker. You then need to spend a decent sum of money on a backup striker as well, or a young prospect, And I suppose that's why we'll probably always get to 6 months to go and give Benteke the option to stay. And he's had chances to leave and hasn't done so. And again, I'm not dead against it, but I'm not expecting him as much as I'd like to. I'm never expecting him, certainly right now, to suddenly start being a 15, 17 goal a season striker ever again.
He's not the youngest player as well. That's what I don't mind him staying, but he's not. We've got a striker who's not going to score goals that we want to stay. But then again, who is scoring goals apart from Wilf? And that's because he's just so talented. I think 9 times out of 10, these players that come into Palace squad, they're going to struggle, these strikers, because of the style we play. We don't create enough opportunities for them to score. Well, Batshuayi scored a couple goals, even though they were offside. But yeah.
Oh, stop with that! You're killing me.
No, but it's still weird now.
Seriously,
the proof is there in the statistics, right? Everyone sort of goes, "Oh, what happened to Benteke? He fell off a cliff." There's a really obvious answer, because prior to the current manager, he scored 17 in the season. He always has a short run of games where he doesn't score, but until Roy became his manager, it was, I think, 7 games was the longest he went without scoring in the Premier League, and that is probably 30 games.
Easily.
That tells you everything you need to know.
All season.
No, I'm just saying, he probably went a run of 30 games at some point without scoring. Yeah. Patrick will do the stats for me to keep himself awake, I reckon. So,
exactly.
What's it called? West Brom, I don't know about you guys, but they do look dangerous going forward because they've got a lot of movement. I've noticed that they're interchanging plays, they're moving left, right, up. They could, I don't know. I'm a bit more worried than I was after we scored the first goal. They're not bad at the side.
No, not bad. Grant's an interesting prospect as well. As I say prospect, I think he's probably 26, 27 maybe. But But he's a player that few talked about that we should be taking a look at. I think they got him on loan with a view to buy in the end. But
he's 23, by the way, Colin Grant.
Oh, is he?
23, yeah.
Oh, I thought he was older than that.
They've got some good young
He's been
players.
around longer.
But
movement's good. Like you say, energy because they got a younger team is good.
Oh my days!
Oh, we're lucky there. He's claiming a pen. He's claiming a pen there.
Well, I was going to look at it.
Yeah, well, Cahill was the player near him. Well, they look
was
at
offside
after as well, but offside. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
that's fine. We're fine. Okay.
Let's have a little look at that to see if he wasn't offside. So he definitely is, but if he wasn't, would something be given there? So Cahill was running back.
Oh,
well, his feet got tangled, but he had his arms like that. He was deliberately saying, I didn't touch him, but definitely a tangle of feet.
Yeah, you could see those being given.
So just going back to West Brom's team, there were 3 players I'd love to have in our team that we were kind of looking at, I think, at some point, or maybe we weren't. But Colin Grant, I think, is an excellent pickup by them. Diyar, who came from West Ham, who I know the West Ham fans are upset about, and of course Gallagher. So think about those 3 players in their lineup. I know I thought we were linked with Grant at some point, Hambo, weren't we? A little bit when he was at Huddersfield, or no?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know whether it was more than just fan suggestion or whether we were actually interested. I genuinely don't know, but it's a name that popped up a few times for sure. I never heard anything, from various whispers and places that any firm interest was there. But it'd be weird if we weren't looking at him, right? Because he has all the attributes that we're looking for, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Go on. Dylan asked a question. And he says, only just joined, how have we been? How would you sum up this? Yeah, I'll say all right. Not like very good, not bad, but all right, because West Brom have been creating chances. And you know what? I don't think we've had a shot on target and we went no up, which is so typical of Palace.
Very true. Very true. Yeah, that is an excellent point.
We haven't had a shot on target.
No, we've had 2 shots on target, actually, believe it or not, according to the stats.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah. We've had 2 shots on target. I have to look them up, but then they've been.
So Wilfs was off target. I remember that.
Well, we've had 2 shots. Sorry, they're both off target. Correct, right?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So it's no shots on target.
One nil up. So that sums it up. West Brom are pretty much dominating it, and they are looking dangerous going forward. But
Patrick, Tower One Power wants to know what time it is where you are.
It's 7:27 in the morning.
Oh no!
Oh, okay. Well, that's probably about their 4th or 5th. Effort on target. All of them have gone straight to Guaita, other than one
back post.
Well, I was going to say
lofted balls.
One hit the bar.
Yeah, lofted balls into the back post, either the right side or left side. Clear targets.
You see, left side PVA's wandering, so very, very clear they've got space there. But Klein is so narrow right side as well that we're always open to that, and that has been a feature of this season. And it goes back to what a point I was going to make just a moment ago, is that if you're looking about how we've played overall, we still don't look comfortable defensively. We've not, we're not stopping anything, are we? We're relying on having enough numbers back to sort of snuffle out chances and close space, but we don't look. Even last season we were confident at the back. We were winning things in the air. We looked very, very difficult to break down. I don't get that feeling. You think to West Brom today, if they were a better side, if they had better players, you just think we would be really, really prone to conceding even more chances.
We can't even find a way through. We're just passing it around the back like it's a FIFA game as a 90th minute. Like you're trying to annoy your opponent. Look, I'm baffled. We've been here for a good 2 minutes now. Like, are we trying to attack at any point?
Kevin Benson said Guaita's had more touches than Benteke. You're probably right, but not that long ago we did see a long ball forward and Benteke won the header and flicked it on really well to Zaha, and that's the combination that I like to see.
Someone come and pick up the ball, please. Thank you. Here's a touch from Benteke and we lost the ball. Oh, Maka.
MacArthur's got it back.
It took us a good 3 to 4 minutes to find our way up the pitch against West Brom. Jeez. All right, Jeff's on the ball. Help. Nice footwork. That's a foul.
Wilf's dropped back.
Is that Wilf?
Yeah. Because Jeff had gone ahead of him. So but it's that's what you get with Wilf, isn't it? Doesn't really lose possession of the ball when he's in those positions with back to goal. Tries to find a simple pass and gets a foul. So another good opportunity for a set piece.
Yeah, hopefully a shot on target soon. I mean, we're 1-0 up, but it's kind of crazy if we end the game with no shots on target, even though there's a long way to go.
You want to see us creating today. I mean, points aside, wins aside, it's really important to get the win. And if we end up winning 1-0 with an own goal, fine. But you really want to see us creating today because that's what's been the problem over the last few weeks. And some of the statistics might suggest otherwise because of number of chances created and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Shot target. By Benteke. That counts, right?
Was he trying to head across or was it a mistimed? He should have done. I'll just have a look and see if Wilf was offside if he was to head it across. Because Wilf's completely free. No, he was onside. So there you go.
So the question you guys are saying about how poor we've been defensively this year, I took a quick look at our lineups for the first 10 games of the season. We've only had the same defensive centre-half pairing in 2 matches. That was Kouyaté and Seko for Everton and Chelsea back-to-back. That's the reason I think we're having a problem. Every other time we've had a different centre-half pairing for. So I think one of the problems is we don't have a set lineup defensively at all. In the back.
Why don't we? It's just weird. I guess under Roy Hodgson, that's what we're known for, not conceding goals. But this season we have. That's a worrying thing, really. If it was like last season, then we'll stay up. But yeah, West Brom are pretty.
You know
much
what? You can blame.
My days.
You can blame PVA for that. Seriously, watch it again. One Gallagher.
Gallagher. It's got to be Gallagher.
No, watch PVA defensively. He's awful. I'm telling you.
I saw that.
Terrible. He's terrible. I'm telling you. I don't get how you guys can defend him. He's terrible defensively.
I don't defend him. I said start Mitchell. Mitchell's not even in the squad.
It's ridiculous, man. He's so bad defensively. I can't stand the guy. Seriously. This is why we can't. Look, what kind of defending is this? He runs right. Why is he trying to slide?
I don't know, man. But it's nothing new though. It's nothing new. It's one of those.
Sorry as it happened. We talked about him going wandering, and he's just not doing anything in that position.
As well. Where's Macon? Where's Luca? Like, all right,
Luca's the closest. Luca's the closest player.
Well, use him marking. Use him marking Casper. Who else is there? There's no one else. It's only Gallagher. So, jeez, man. That's what I'm talking about. This team can't even defend anymore. What do we do?
He's got to go, man. Seriously, man.
Look,
he's terrible.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but them 2 midfielders should be there picking up Gallagher. There's no excuse for that. Because who are you marking? Honestly, there's no one around Gallagher. There's no other West Brom players to pick up.
We say it every game. We mark spaces. We mark nothing. We don't think about. We think about where we're supposed to be standing, not who we're supposed to be looking at. Where was the danger there? For Gallagher to be able to drop off the way he did with nobody going with him is pathetic. But as Patrick says, it all starts with a person at left back who's got one player running behind him, and he's not looked once. He's not looked once. He's not thought, "Where's my player going?" He's thought, "I'm just going to stand here because this is where left backs stand, and I'm having to do defending." What can you do?
It's not even that. It just annoys me that Mitchell's not here. Like, that's what annoys me. He just, what did he do to get dropped? Get injured? Did he want to get injured? We're acting like, he got injured, like he didn't want to play. I'm 90% sure, 100% sure that he didn't want to get injured and he wanted to play. Why is he not in the squad? With PVA, this is nothing new though. This is what he is. Like, this is who he is. He can't defend, but he might offer something going forward. But I would rather have a balanced player like Mitchell.
But look, if you're going to play Van Aanholt, you know what's going to happen, so you do something about it, right? If you're going to stick him in the team and say, "Okay, Patrick, you're playing left back for whatever reason, you've got some kind of deficiency in your brain that means you can't actually stand where a left back should be. So you need a central midfielder to cover, and that doesn't work in a 4-4-2. It works when you have 3 in central midfield because you can push the wider central midfielders out to cover that area. But we're playing a system that doesn't suit having a midfield cover the fullback. It involves the wide midfielder having to get back.
That should be a red card. That should be a red card. I'm sorry, but he kicked him. He kicked him on the ground.
He has kicked
him.
Look at that. You're right.
Yeah, that is a red card. So if that's not dangerous play, then I don't know what is. You better check that, ref.
He's gonna check it.
I think it's got to be. It's got to be because he's not trying to balance himself. He's just kicked him.
No, he's kicked him. That's a red card because Luca got sent off for actually going and getting the ball and having a dangerous play at the end of it. So that should be a red card. What's your excuse for kicking him there?
I have a question, brother. Are there fans at West Brom? I'm not even paying attention. Are there fans in the stadium or no? No, right?
They're tier 3. They're tier 3, yes. They can't have any.
I'm watching West Ham ladies versus Chelsea ladies, and they have fans in their stadium. So.
Yeah, he's got Red. He's got
Red.
He's gone.
There we go. Yeah. Well, there you go. 10 men, so we'll lose 3-1.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not getting excited about that. I'm not getting excited about it.
Seriously, let's all say it now. Absolutely no excuses not to go for this and win.
No, Hambo, don't say now. There's no excuses before as well. There's no excuses before because we've got Zaha in the side now. We've got Eze there. We're trying to play as attacking as possible. There's no excuses.
You're right.
In the first place.
You're right.
But now we got 10 men. Seriously, if Roy says it's a facade or anything, I am going to get annoyed. Going to get annoyed.
That's very funny.
No,
going to get annoyed.
I mean, you are annoyed. Listen to your voice. You're annoyed already.
No, we have to win this game. I don't want no excuses. I don't care what. We have to win this game at this point. We had to win it before. Now with them having 10 men, them being in the relegation zone, them struggling all season defensively, we have to go out there and be more dangerous.
A couple of people quite rightly observing that we're terrible against 10 men. And
exactly,
listen, we've all been scarred by it in the past. The worst scarring recently was obviously the Brighton game where
the
final. Brighton, well, let's not talk about that. That doesn't
I don't know what I care about the FA Cup final. I don't care about anything else. Just that one.
Lingard really just scored a goal against us, then just disappeared. That's the type of luck we have. He just scored a goal against us. He's now nearly 30 years old. I remember he was a young talent back then.
Don't talk about it because it just popped into my head from being Patrick was standing next to me at Wembley, and we were right behind it, weren't we? Weren't we right behind it when he scored that goal? So don't talk about that goal because that goal didn't happen. Anyway, so obviously players restarted, and so of course West Brom have possession because why wouldn't they?
Exactly. Anyway, they got a red card and they got a
few people were saying it's not a red. We're biased, so all their players deserve red cards for every challenge, frankly. But I just don't. I mean, for me, it's the intent. There was no need for him to do what he did, and that's the problem. We've seen reds for less than that. We've seen reds for people who've won the ball in challenges and followed through.
I think that's more of a red.
If you can't call that a red, if you can't call it a red for the intent, it does. It does feel connection-wise, damage-wise, it's soft, but. The reality is that's the modern game. You cannot do that sort of stuff. You can't lose your head and kick out of people and expect to stay on the pitch.
Yeah, I think that's a red any day of the week. Yeah, you can say it's too soft, but I just don't. What is he doing? Why is he kicking PVA? At chest level as well. He's not even kicking his feet. He's just literally booting up.
He's mad. He can't defend. That's why he's mad. He couldn't defend against him.
There you go, Wilf on the ball. Go on, Wilf. Oh dear.
That's a foul. Thank you.
Kicking him so much. I mean, he's apologising, but it's just.
Ivanovic. This guy's still playing football. How old is he now?
35, 35, I think. Oh, he's not that old.
How old did you say, Amber?
I said almost as old as me.
Oh, no. Yes, for another 20, 30 years to be old as you.
Oh, wow.
Patrick.
That's me. He's as old as me. Got about another 20 years.
There you go.
Right, look, right.
He's crossed it.
Oh,
he actually crossed the ball right footed.
Narrowly missed Benteke's head.
There we go. We've got to do so much more of that, though. If we go in 1-1 at half time, I'll be annoyed, let alone struggle at the score. But
exactly.
We've only had one shot on target, right? Benteke header in the first half.
I'm not sure why Benteke didn't head that. I'm just looking at that. That's why I'm making that face. I'm not sure why he didn't actually connect.
That was good. That was a good.
Corner in.
Oh my God, I can't.
Is there? Oh, go on.
Zaha.
Oh, why did he shoot?
Patrick needs to pause. He won't because he's a horrible man.
I paused it twice. I don't know where you guys are. I'll pause it again. I paused it twice, but I haven't reacted. I mean, when we scored a goal, I was 30 seconds ahead of you guys. I didn't react when we scored the goal, so I'll pause it again.
Okay. But... No, I'll let you off. Terry J's offered a reason for why Benteke missed the header completely. and that's his view is that it's because Benteke is shit. Hard to argue on that evidence. Go on, come on,
go on. Someone hit it.
Oh,
we're allergic to scoring.
Patrick, was that why you made that noise a little while ago? What I just saw there in the box.
It was, so I paused it again.
Is it?
But I was just trying to work out what it was. KO. Oh, come on.
Oh, the ball don't like us.
The ball.
FYI, Patrick, just to help you out.
That's the only solution from now on. Just
to help you out, Patrick, I'm on 38 minutes and 12 seconds.
I'm 5 seconds ahead of you then. So I'll pause it one more time.
That's fine.
No, I'll pause it one more time just to be, because I don't want to overreact when we give up another goal. Surely not. Surely you can't be thinking like that. Anyway, so I mean, obviously you can see the pattern now. West Brom have had to drop deeper, giving Palace more possession, but
we're dominating them.
Can I go off topic for 1 second?
All over it. Of course you can.
Have you played the new Football Manager 21 yet?
No, I'm not. But I told you I'm not buying it till after the jam window.
Okay, one, it's really, really good, much improved. But I played United. They were down to 9 men. They scored 2 goals to beat Palace 3-2. So, just so you know, it's not that as realistic as it should be. Because I don't know how I could lose being up 2-1 to United away.
That's exactly Palace.
9 men. I mean, 10 men, but not 9.
yeah. We are more than capable of that. More than capable.
Too funny.
But it does. I mean, that's the thing that gets me about that game. It just destroys me because it has these inbuilt things where you're just going to lose that game. Their keepers to have a blinder. Oh, here we go. Actual real life Palace.
Foul.
Is that a foul?
That's a foul, man. That's a foul. No, he's going to give Wilf a yellow card now. Are you serious? He hacked him to the ground. What? What's your reasoning? I wish we can hear the ref. Because he got hacked to the ground and then you wanted to calm down. No, he can't calm down.
He's not giving a situation where he can calm down. He's not giving the card, just talking to him. That's okay. You could talk to him. I mean,
no, but that was a foul beforehand. How was that not a foul?
I get that part, but he's saying give me a yellow card. He's not getting a card, just talking to him. It's all right. I mean, again, we've got 50 minutes for one goal.
Oh my god!
Hacked him! No, that's not right.
Definitely a foul.
Oh my god!
That's a yellow card as well.
Wait. Was it that was Sawyer's as well, wasn't it? Because he's already on a yellow.
You're right. Yeah.
Anyway. To answer Tim Fubar, am I on the Huel? No, it's Exante, mate. No. That's the milkshake I was drinking. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was a bit lost.
Just had to answer that question because I've seen all the adverts for Huel and I don't think that's for me. There you go. Similar principle.
Oh.
Glad to have contributed there. Hope you all enjoyed that little deviation. But less than 5 minutes to go. In fact, it's 4 minutes to go in the half. West Brom on the ball. Obviously, a little bit of frantic stuff there, guys. But again, we're not calling anything too clear cut at the moment. And they're still in down this side. Furlong's got forward, and it's that foul from PVA. It looked like a
that must be a foul. Whoa. Oh my days, man.
But yeah, slightly regretting my decision to start defending PVA.
Exactly, yeah.
I just sometimes you try for balance and then the player shows you that you shouldn't have done and that Patrick was right all along. That's basically what happened there.
I'm always right, but that's okay. I'm always right.
Nah, not the Batshuayi thing. I'm sorry.
Let's not go down there.
I don't know. How do you defend Batshuayi? He hasn't got a goal all season.
No, let's not talk.
I'm not blaming him. I'm just saying he hasn't scored a goal all season. You want to say he's a good striker? He hasn't got a goal all season.
Who's been a good striker apart from Wilf?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying everybody's been good. I'm saying, but he hasn't been. I'm not saying no one's been good. I'm just saying he hasn't been any good. You can't deny that fact. He hasn't got a goal all season.
I mean, we said let's not go down this road, but you went down the road. Oh my god!
Oh my days! They just missed it. They just had a howler. What was that? How did he miss that? It was only 2-1 West Brom. It should have been 2-1 West Brom. I would be annoyed if I'm a West Brom fan. How did he miss that?
I mean, Patrick sort of touched on why, but how we've become this defensively.
This is terrible.
We're basically in a position where the one strength you used to hang your hat on for Roy and say, well, at least he keeps us solid. He doesn't anymore. So what good is he? What good is any of this? Oh, dear.
I don't know. Is it a corner?
Yeah, it came off.
It should be, yeah.
Benteke actually. Benteke, it would have gone in if Benteke hadn't hit his shoulder and went over the bar.
What a header. But once again, it's other side of the pitch.
Maybe that's the answer. Stick him at centre back.
Yeah. Maybe. Didn't someone say that before? Like last season or something?
Better than Scott Dan at centre half, I tell you that.
Well, and Mike loves Scott Dan up front, so maybe that's the solution to all our problems. Dan up front, Benteke at centre back.
All right, counter attack.
Confuse the opposition. Here you go. Come on, Wilf.
Go on.
As just a little bit behind him that pass, wasn't it? But we can still push this for them. Oh, he's cut back.
Yeah.
Why don't play the ball out to Klein, for Christ's sake, Schlupp? Anyway, I'm all right. I'm fine.
That's a good ball.
Benteke.
That's a good ball. Wait, look, we're putting crosses into the box. You can't say that about this game. We are, but it's just not really.
We put 3 into the box, I think. So it's good. It's good. It's more than usual. MacArthur chips it up. Deflection there. Yeah, they're going to get this away, aren't they? Oh. Heavy touch.
I think my eyes got deceived. Maybe I shouted a bit too much, but that seemed like a good shot. Is it corner?
I don't think so. I'm just going. I'm obviously seeing the replay now. He's just swung at it.
Oh no, yeah, that's awful. I don't know why I shouted.
Yeah, but because technique-wise, it was right. He just started it too far left, if you know what I mean.
But I like it. He done that last game as well. He likes taking shots from outside the box.
Yeah, I mean, at least he's trying. At least he's shooting. Yeah. You know, that's the whole point. He's not scared of shooting. There you go.
How many shots on target have we had this half? Is this all one?
Or
2.
Well, it depends. There's a couple cleared off the line, weren't there?
We've had six total shots, 1 on target.
There you go.
Well, that's all that matters. 1 on target, and that one wasn't even a goal. We scored with this. Yeah. So, well, look, 45 minutes. How many minutes are they on? Let's see that. But, well, how do you sum up this first half so far, guys?
I'll let Patrick do it first.
We went ahead, which we wanted to do. We really haven't done much going forward. We've allowed them to get back in the game when they shouldn't have, and now we're up a man, so we should push on. But again, I'm not optimistic because I just don't like the tactics we're using today. I can't figure out again why Schlupp's on the right hand side. It hasn't worked, and again, we're defensively we're very shaky back there. I'm worried about a counter attack.
Oh my days, that's just summed up his loss at Palace.
Well, I would say that specific move and this whole half really sums up Palace. You know,
exactly.
We had an opportunity. We got a stroke of luck, got ourselves ahead in the game, but we let ourselves down massively. We can't back our side to create enough and score enough, and we can no longer keep the ball out of the net to get things from games. And, you know, Roy's puffing his cheeks out on the sidelines there in frustration.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. He just has to look at what we've produced, and to see Benteke. This is the point. You know, it's his first start in a long, long time. Even if he was a fully confident, 100% fit, match fit striker, it's just not ever running for him. And for him to be able to take the ball down brilliantly in the box, but then just run it straight out of play is just a metaphor for how we are. We can do some things well. We have the talent on the pitch. We have the ability there to actually do something good. But when it comes down to it, it doesn't feel like a team. It doesn't feel like everyone's on the same page. You know, defensively, we're not connected. We're not in the right places. We're not thinking about who to pick up. And attacking, it's just no flow. There's no confidence. You see how a 10-man West Brom are just sort of playing the right pass and carving us about open there. That's the kind of confidence you play with going forward, and we just don't have it. There's no cohesion. And all the players will say they're playing for Roy, they're playing for this club, they're doing everything as half time's gone. They'll tell you that's how they feel, they're giving their all, but sometimes it just stops working. And if you don't do something about it, you will just drop down the league, and that's what we're having right now.
So half time, 1-0. I guess it wasn't the worst. It wasn't the worst half of football, but also just taking everything into consideration. I don't know. I wouldn't say it was a good half. I don't know about you guys, but I wouldn't say it was a good half. Even though it's 1-1, we should be creating more chances. One shot on target in 45 minutes against West Brom. Like
5 minutes either the side of the goal, I was quite happy with how we were playing. But that's it. The rest of it's been, quite a low quality game. I think we've said it about a few games this season. If you pick that match and just rebadged it as championship, you would think, it's about championship standard.
Yep.
championship standard.
It's not
Sad.
Yeah, but it's what we're used to. So we can get some questions. Mark says I would not sign Michi. Same here, like I wouldn't sign him in permanent deal, but I wouldn't say he's the reason why we haven't scored goals. I feel like he has had the chances and we've just been unlucky at times.
And hasn't scored.
If you keep,
but he's been offside. He has scored. But he's
No,
been
yeah,
offside.
if you keep
count.
the manager, there's no point signing Michi. In fact, there's no point signing any strikers or players.
I agree.
But if you think about,
who actually suits who would suit? Which striker comes into your head and say, you know what, maybe he would be suited to Roy football?
I'm at the point where I don't think any striker, all you're looking for is basically what we've got, in Benteke, a player you can hit the ball up to, and that's it. Somebody who'll try and link play and bring other people into play, because that's what Roy does with this squad.
Jordan Ayew suits his style of play, by the way.
Yeah, no, fair point. But even then, in games where we fall behind, all of a sudden Ayew doesn't suit it, because the reaction to that is to punt the ball up top. If you're hitting channels and you're getting players around the attack, fine. Yeah, absolutely right, Patrick. But it only works in games where we go ahead or we're level. As soon as you have to score, we don't know what to do we? We can't deal with pressure. We have got no belief that our attacking play is going to result in a goal. So how do you tackle that unless you change the setup and the coaching staff?
Yeah. Should we? So might as well bring back Ben Murray. That's long gone. But I guess Roy would be happy because he's old, so he might be. I feel like Roy plays these older players just so he feels good about himself at this point.
I agree with Palace fan in that Luke has been decent, but again, he was still found a little bit wanting for the goal. Although you could point at a number of players for that.
Then Luca, yeah, PVA first and foremost, because I don't know what he's doing sliding on the ground there. But should we take a break? Should we continue talking?
Well, I need to maybe take 5 minutes and then I could be back.
I'm going back to bed.
What time is it there? It's been bugging me. You said it, but I can't remember.
It's 8 minutes to 8 right now.
8 minutes to 8, and
I woke up at 6. I swear I made a big mistake. Seriously, I'm grumpy at the best of times. Right, honestly, right now, I'm just really, really grumpy. This is not making me very.
I woke up at 11. I feel tired.
11. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Patrick, you started the rocking backwards and forwards a little bit early, mate. That's for later on in fetal position after we lose.
I know. Sorry. And I'm going to take a break anyway.
All right. We'll be back for the second half. And we're unfortunately back for the second half. So
Why are we back? Why are we doing this?
I don't know why we're doing this. I don't know why we're going through it. Like, it's only, why is Roy speaking to the ref or the assistant? Anyways,
I think they're just taking ages to come out. But I was hoping he was talking to Kyle Bartley for a while. I'm hoping he was just picking his brains on how to defend.
Probably not.
2-6. So you know what? I was just having a thing. I was just staring at my screen. I'm just having
steady.
Yeah. What do you mean?
I just mean you stopping and thinking. Just calm. Don't hurt yourself. Right? Just.
Oh yeah. No. I was just having a thing, and we are really shit.
No, the manager is shit, not the team. The
yeah. That's what I'm saying. And like, I've tried to back him a lot. But I don't think I can do it anymore. I just realized we had one shot on target against West Brom, but let alone that, we're 10 men West Brom with Zaha playing.
If you try to look at this, it's very difficult because we care so passionately about Palace, right? But if you try to look at this as a game that you were just watching some Premier League football, right? What would you think? You'd think two awful teams.
Yeah, relegated.
But yeah, shouldn't really be playing in this division with this on show.
No,
you'd certainly look at the squad Palace have and say they are hugely underachieving with the players they've got on the pitch. Certainly with the talent they've got in an attacking sense. Why are they playing like this? Why are they playing so within themselves? Where is the confidence? They aren't playing for the manager. Those are things I think you would be saying. But it's hard to know how much of that is because I can't suspend how much I care. But, totally on board, Diyar, yeah.
Yeah, second half has started, by the way. We're controlling the ball at the back line. But Tim says there's been too many people believing we'll never get relegated on the Roy, including Parish. Our current position shows this is to be nonsense. Well, look, I've said that as well. I've said that I don't see us getting relegated with Roy. But I just think, just looking at it now, I think Steve Parish, like, what are you thinking? Surely it's time for a change. It must be time for a change because we're only how many points above relegation zone? It's like
5 now.
Yeah, 5 points. That's 2 games. That's two wins for West Brom in a 38-game season. Like, that is so possible. And if we can't beat West Brom, Newcastle, and Burnley, then where is our next win coming from?
Look, we talked about things like risk. We've tried to talk about it from all angles, right? But the bottom line is you're right in the fact that the chairman, the decision makers can't look at this and think this is a worthwhile investment of what we've put into this club and this team, right? They can't look at that and think this is the way to go forward. And I said something the other week, which is it's a really obvious and glib statement, right? But it is Roy will keep you up until he doesn't. Okay, and in my opinion, we're getting closer and closer and closer to the point of saying, "Oh, yeah, he hasn't kept us up."
Yeah. What minute are you guys on, by the way?
47:53.
How comes you're 20 seconds ahead all of a sudden?
48:23.
Well, there you go.
I'm in 47:45.
Yeah. I'll pause it again, but
I'm going to pause at 48:10. So 9.
I'm already
10,
past that. No. I have to pause because I'm ahead of you. Remember?
Tell me when you're pausing.
I'll pause at 49. I'll tell you in a second.
Okay, no worries.
All right then. I'll let you know when I'm at 49.
That
is 30 on Wilf. Oh no, look at him. He's running away as well. Like, he knows what he's doing. He's not looking back because that should be a yellow card. That should
49
be a
now.
card.
49 now.
Okay. Well, do you know what I did? I paused.
I'll let you know when I'm at 49. That is a yellow card. I'm sorry, man. Come on, ref. Get a control.
Okay. I'm paused at 49. Diyar, shout when you're at 49.
All right then. That was stupid, honestly.
But not
I'll let you know when I'm at 49. Huh?
Just to check everybody. Did we change anything at half time?
No, but West Brom took off the Ngana.
Oh. I'm
Are you 49 yet?
I'm about 5 seconds away. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Now.
You got a yellow card for MacArthur? You got that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're synced up then.
Yeah, that's a poor
was
challenge
no
from
fun.
Maka, wasn't it?
But
They
I
brought-
think that other.
They brought on
I'll be conscious of
Krovinovic
yellow.
for Diyar at halftime. They went more defensive, which makes sense for them, obviously. But he's the one that was involved in that little tussle there with MacArthur and Gallagher.
Yeah, and it just begs the question, obviously they're having to shut up shop to some degree. We don't do well at having to break teams down. So what can we do to react to that change?
Go on.
He's in the left-hand cycle. Go on.
I love it.
Oh!
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. It's a flipping throw, man.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was going to try and drill it into the, across the keeper, but
Exactly.
he ended up floating across. Let's have a look on the replay here. So he gets in well, does well to hold off the challenge. And
Was that shot? That was a shot.
Deflected. It's deflected off the defender.
Yeah, defender. Yeah, that should be a throw-in.
Yeah. But I think he was trying to cut it back. Looking at the angle his foot hit it, I think he was trying to cut it back. But it's been given to them as a throw-on.
It wasn't a deflection. I didn't see a deflection. I don't know why.
Oh, it was instant deflection. That's the reason it looped up. Mateko was definitely trying to chip that back in. There's no way it could have gone through the player's foot. Clear deflection, but there we are.
Yeah. Well, look, we're going to be dominating second half, but it's
so I'm just laughing at PVA's defending there. That ball was his all day, but I don't know if he must have got a shout from Cahill. He must have done to suddenly stop and look like he was terrified of the football.
And the only time he was terrified of football was Bristol away. Like genuinely, like that's when I have to question if he was actual the real PVA, because he didn't look like he knew what he was going to do out there.
No, that was the time he did genuinely forget how to play football. But let's face it, he's not far from that at the moment. Good little ball in from MacArthur there, but so many bodies back for West Brom. We've got to have to do something really creative here.
Attack it. What creative with Roy? What? How creative can we go? Take out one of the midfielders. I think with this formation, it's going to be hard being creative. I'll be honest with you.
It's that sort of thing. I mean, Eze's holding players off, and he's taking 3 out with the ball there. Great ball. Deflected behind. Good opportunity. A good corner. We've got to make these count. Let's see if Eze takes a corner, shall we? Because that's been infuriating for the last few weeks, isn't it?
Exactly.
I love you guys are ahead of me now. Which is good. You're ahead of me now, which is great. I paused it now, and I keep hearing you guys tell what's going to happen. It's great.
All right, how many seconds?
Just a couple, but it's just funny to hear you talk about. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine.
I paused for 2 seconds.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I've done it. It's easy enough. Eze is taking the corner.
Yeah, Eze on the corner.
Oh,
finally, someone realised that shooting.
Good corner as well. Funny that, wasn't it?
Caused a little problem, didn't it? Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Well,
only we've had in the last
corners anymore.
If only we'd had him in the last couple of games, Oh, we did, we did, Roy, didn't we? We did have him, but you chose Andros for the corners for no reason whatsoever. There we go.
Well, here we go. PVA's in midfield, as it normally is. Oh,
well, that is good play, and again, that's what Benteke can give you. Back to goal, rolls it back to PVA. Good shot. Good height for the keeper, makes a good save, but another corner for Palace.
Another Eze corner. It's weird seeing him take corners because I thought we didn't want to create chances from corners.
Yeah, maybe we realised we're desperate. That's another great ball. Just nobody running onto it. It's all really static in there. We've got to try and get some runs from deep for those. But West Brom breaking away. Nice little challenge in there. And Luca mopping up there, but loose pass forward, and we're back under pressure again.
Yeah. Oh my days. This is oh no. Yeah, no, that I'm sorry. You're gonna see it now. That's a penalty. That looks a pen.
No, it's not.
He has dived, doesn't he?
He does it all the time. He dives like that. Watch it again. He does it all the time. He left to create the contact. It's not even close to being a penalty kick. Seriously, not even close.
All right. Shot from Wilf, got it back, chips it across and cut out by Hartley there. Otherwise, you have Benteke waiting. Would he have scored from 4 yards out with nobody in front of him? Who can possibly know? But
watch this again.
I'm sorry. He might fall down. Patrick,
oh no, you're right, Patrick. He's led.
Are you joking? Are you joking? It's not a penalty. He waited for the contact. Come on, stop it.
He's moving towards the ball and then he steps back, foot steps back.
Exactly.
100%, Patrick. Right again. Here's Eze with the corner into the box.
I think that's a pen.
That's the third in 9 minutes.
You're wrong.
Diyar
Come on,
always
Eze, take this. Come on, son. Oh, ref's not happy with something. Don't know what.
Schlupp and Furlong, it looks like.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Schlupp front. I love that phrase. Schlupp front.
Schlupp front. Yeah.
Front.
I mean, he's not Schlupp front this week, but
No, he's not.
there we go. It might have to be soon. Eze's the
my
box.
days, go! You have to score. You have to.
Come on. What? Oh, Jesus, man. We still
I'm
got
ahead of you guys all of a sudden.
It's Luca on the right hand side. I hate you, Diyar. You'll have to pause for 2 seconds. Here is PVA. Ball across to Jeffrey Schlupp. Jeffrey Schlupp rolls it past. Oh, no. There we go. Back out to Wilf, left hand side.
Oh, sorry. Come on.
Great goal.
Come on, Wilfred Zaha, our saviour. He's literally like
He's it, right?
even Wilfred Zaha. He's our saviour.
He
Come
deserves
on,
better.
man.
Oh, he's such a good
Come
player.
on.
He does deserve better.
He does.
Come
He
on.
does.
Come on.
Seriously, he deserves better. The guy's been
Help
out 2
him, man.
matches,
Help him.
comes
He
back
does
and scores a
everything.
goal.
He saves you, Roy. He saves you week in, week out.
Get out. Get him off the TV.
Everything.
Get him off the TV. Get Roy off my TV. Get him off.
What a finish, man.
Brilliant.
What a finish. That's Wilfred
That is-
Zaha right there.
I hate to say it, but that is the only way we're going to score. Somebody, always Wilf, who has
What
that
a
quality.
finish. Come on.
Moves it with the left, drills it with the right. Keeper's nowhere
By the way,
near it. Such power, such
credit to
direction.
Saviour.
Great ball by McCarthy.
Yeah.
Really great ball. By
Yeah, he
McCarthy.
sees it, doesn't he? He doesn't
Yeah.
look as well, so doesn't give the
Exactly.
defense a
Doesn't
chance
look.
to get out.
Yeah.
The main man.
Shift,
the main man.
strike.
Week in,
Perfect.
week out. Don't
Perfect.
ever question Wilf. Don't ever question Wilf.
He will. He'll do after the game. Oh, he didn't play that well.
Come on, man.
Oh,
Come on. 2-1 against 10-man West Brom. Let's now get the third goal.
Can we hold on?
Oh. Here we are.
I'm just laughing. Jensen's gone with iconic. Get Roy off my TV. It was iconic. I loved it.
That was me. It was. Get him off my
Yeah.
TV. Let me see the team celebrate. I'll put him on my TV. Get him off. Get him off.
Well done, CPFC Abbey. He should be a driver for Hermes because he delivers. Probably not Hermes then, is it?
I like
Probably
that.
somebody who actually does deliver and doesn't put your parcel in your bin.
Now we're like
Oh.
Zaha or Palace. Palace are like homies.
Just
No.
realised we'll never get any sponsorship from Hermes with me saying that. But hey, what the hell?
We don't need it.
Don't even know who they are.
Jacob, you're right. Everyone talking about Roy keeping us out of danger, but it is Zaha.
It's Will.
We said
Yep, it is.
We said it right. We
Exactly.
said it right at the start. Proven correct yet again. He is the reason. I mean, frankly, give him the manager's job. You might as well because he's the only one. He's the only one doing anything.
He creates nothing out of he creates something out of nothing. He just does it. I didn't see that goal coming. But look at that play. There was so many West Brom defenders there, but he's just talented. We can't.
Now look, they've got to take chances, right? Because they've got nothing to lose here. Because they're 10 men. They were 2-1 down. If they play like they're playing, then they're not going to do anything, right? So we've got to be smart about this, right? No, it's not just about defending, right? It's about taking advantage of the space that we're now going to have as quickly as possible. We've got to get further ahead in this game.
That's got a yellow card, ref. Come on. What's he playing? Rugby. Gallagher. You're playing rugby, mate. What is that? That was too funny. That was too funny.
Still would love him in our team.
Oh, absolutely. I'll take him in a heartbeat. Are you joking? Look.
He might
Grabbed
be.
him.
He might.
Not good enough. 2 hands. That's better.
He might be a cheat, but he's a midfielder who scored a goal and is mobile. So, God,
Yes.
you know.
Absolutely.
There we go. Anyway, guys, we're winning. This doesn't happen often. Let's
We scored 2 goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're doing the right thing. We're pushing further up the pitch. The team are up the pitch. They're not really playing on the shoulder, so we've got that bit of comfort for the back line just to sit that little bit off them on the halfway line. This is the way to go about it. But we can't rest. We can't sit back at all.
Interesting.
His phone is just going off. Like, 2 seconds.
It's mine. It's my phone. I'm not looking at it. I'm refusing to look at it. I'm not even looking at the comments anymore.
PVA.
Here we go.
Oh,
PVA.
Benteke scored! Benteke scored!
Come on.
Yeah!
Benteke scored!
Do it in the front. Do it in the front.
Benteke!
Yeah.
Benteke!
Get him bash wide,
I'm
baby.
so-
Get in. Get in.
I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased for him.
Let's go, man! Benteke! Oh my days! This can't be true. Oh wow.
Hey,
Can I just say, he got
take that.
you have that, Kernhead. But no,
Take that. Like he doesn't score goals. Am I lying?
No, he just did, and he makes fun of him all the time. He's got
cross to the head. But
he's got the head.
Actually, he's done really well there to get across and get his head to that, because it is obviously too low, really, for a header. But he's not. He's reacted quickly. Perfect direction, perfect pace on it. Well done, Benteke. And let's not forget as well, he got to do his celebration, but he didn't really put any enthusiasm into it because I think he'd forgotten exactly how it goes. But loved it. Got so much time for it.
Credit to PVA. That was a good cross. I'll give him that. That's the only thing he can do. And by the way, Adam, Samantha's husband, just had a comment in the. Can you read the comment out? It's up a little bit. In the comment section there, Diyar.
I can't right now.
It says he scores when he wants. Christian Benteke, he scores when he wants.
That's right. Well done, Adam.
If only he.
I don't hate Benteke. I'm very confused with this. I've never said I just said there might be time to move on because he doesn't score.
I know. Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
And I even backed him. I even said that he should stay at the club. I even said it. You did say it's probably not the time to renew his contract. Anyway, let's. In the summer, I just say. Yeah.
I understand, Diyar. There was nothing unreasonable in what you said, but still, in your face.
Yeah, don't backtrack now. Seriously, don't backtrack. You clearly said
I'm not backtracking. No, I'm not backtracking. Well, give Benteke a new contract, Patrick. Give him a new contract because he scored one goal in 50 years.
No. That's not the point. No. You just said that when you should sign it back. And
there's videos. We can go open transfer talk videos, and there's times where I've backed like it might be time to move on, but it won't be the worst thing because he's got a different role at the club, which is not to score goals.
Guys, we're 3-1 up. Guys,
No, I understand that part, but in the first half, Hambo made the point that it might as well sign him back because the cost of getting another player wouldn't make sense. And you said what in the first half? That he's not scoring goals. Well, he just scored. So I'm just saying he just scored a goal. That's all.
Patrick, it's one goal. And I wanted to score goals. I don't want. But he hasn't. He hasn't to this point.
I understand that, but you're giving credit to Batshuayi for scoring offside goals, and Benteke scored a real goal. So I'm just making the point that he scored an actual goal. That's what I'm saying, as opposed to players who scored 3 offside goals. Okay, no, I am too. I'm just saying that.
You saw my celebration. I was very happy for him. I couldn't.
No, I'm not saying you're not happy. I'm just saying that you haven't been his biggest fan, which is fine. I get it. He hasn't scored goals. You called him a slugger, doesn't score goals. I get it. I understand.
So what are we even talking about?
No, you're yelling. No, you were yelling. I'm not arguing with you at all. I'm not arguing. I'm just making a point that he scored a goal. That's all.
Yeah.
What's that? Shut up. Okay. I can do that. No worries.
No, it's fine. It's all good stuff, all passion. I just got slightly bored. Here we go. Seeing it again. Lovely little stooping header. Well done, Benteke. That's what we want to see. Don't show me Roy.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go again with voice celebration. Yeah, that's so Roy.
Did Benteke celebrate? I wasn't too sure.
I have to say, I really enjoyed Mark Corbett saying Roy, master tactician. Lol. But the thing is, there will be people on Twitter saying,
they'll be like, where the Roy? They'll be where the Roy haters now. Where are the Roy haters now?
Yeah, Roy haters. They're right here.
Oh, that footwork.
Wow, look at him. Look at him.
Confidence is an amazing thing, isn't it?
Look at Eze.
Oh, look, ref.
That's a little nip on Zaha's ankle. Stayed up, didn't he? Stayed up, didn't he? Stayed on his feet there. Weird for a diver, isn't it? Yeah.
Easily could have gone down, yeah.
Yeah, look, he's hobbling. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Did you see game long? How many yellow cards?
Wait a minute. You see in the chat, Michael Farley, whoever that guy is.
I've heard of that guy.
Chuck £10 on Benteke to score. Today is his day. You heard it here first. Oh my God. Did he really?
Yeah.
Well done, Mikey.
He does every now and then. And
wow.
And hopefully that can pay for some sort of back of the next Christmas party because we all need something, right? got no money at all. Skin.
Exactly.
And then the producer's just raking it all in.
Yeah. Probably using the back of the nest money that we got.
And he's not even producing this, and he doesn't even watch these.
Yeah.
He doesn't. I don't blame him for that part, by the way. I wouldn't watch them. Oh, sorry. No, they're great. You got to watch them. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
Just subscribe every week. Absolutely, I agree. Pure entertainment.
Well,
anyway, we have stepped off a little now. We're 3-1 up.
Exactly.
You just like to see us actually destroy someone, and we've got the opportunity to do that.
Yeah, goal difference.
So maybe I'm greedy. Yeah, exactly. Goal difference as well could come in handy later on. But
well, at least
let's not.
Zone.
Yeah, look, let's not lose perspective. Obviously, a poor team. We're playing down to 10 men. We can't get overexcited, but it is really nice to be watching a game that we shouldn't lose from here. Shouldn't lose it.
Just like the Newcastle Premier one.
V. Flynn has gone with he could buy a new house with those odds. You're probably not wrong. I don't know what the odds were. Can we get that from Mikey?
Because I got to find out. It's going to be ridiculous.
Well, it's not here, so
they had to be at least 15 or higher to 1 for him to score today. You figure, right?
Surely
more than
25,000 to 1. Surely.
According to Diyar, would have been.
Yeah, it is probably. I wouldn't blame them because it's very rare. But
sorry, Mark, you're right. Mark, you're right. I shouldn't have said that we shouldn't lose from here. I shouldn't have said that. I apologise.
We weren't. Come on.
Too late now. But
we weren't.
We're
not that bad. We're not that bad.
Behind Kleiny, but that's all right. Still got the ball. West
Brom walking football now. I don't mind walking football when we're 3-1 up, but it just
no, exactly.
1-0 down.
Starting with walking football is the bad thing.
Yeah,
and then as you say, we go 1-0 down and we continue to walk. In fact, we slow it down even more.
Yeah, but we're not walking. We're just standing now. Standing football. I
think we can make a case that if we can play everybody with 10 men, we're probably quite a good team. Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe if we face a good team. I wonder what would happen. Probably be an even game then. Oh my, what ball!
Oh, that is beautiful. Luke,
wow, that was a good ball by Wilf.
Yeah, and then Luco's a bit lost.
When was Christian?
Genuinely,
last season.
When was his last goal? Which one was
last season?
He scored 2 last year, but who did he score? I don't remember. 2 goals.
Was it? It wasn't against Tottenham, was it? No, it wasn't against. He scored
last
season.
Everton. That we lost.
Yeah, it was. You're quite right. Yeah,
Everton that we lost, or we drew. Yeah. No, we lost.
Yeah, you can safe bet we lost. Luke has taken the corners on this side of the pitch, swinging this one in, out swinger into the middle of the box. That's cleared out. It's gone back out to him.
Nice ball.
Good ball inside for Wilf. Wilf cut it back.
This is so weird.
Good though. We're good. They're struggling to get out. We've seen Palace do this ourselves, but when we can keep up pressure on them, stop them getting out, it really does make a huge difference. And they're going to be getting really tired down to 10. You just got to keep moving them about. Yeah, okay, walking a bit. But in this final third, sharpen it up. Come on, boys. They're right there for the taking.
By the way, I like the way Klein's getting better and better each match, by the way. He's getting more comfortable. You don't really talk about him that much. And
Ebbs! Come on! Look at them two.
Look at Wilf. He's happy.
Next Euro, look at them two. Ebbs and Wilf. Look at that footwork. Come on, man. This team can do it. They can do it.
10
their freedom. No.
Diyar, bring it down. Remember, at 55 minutes, we're saying out at 1-1. We weren't playing well. All right. I agree with you. I'm happy, but they're playing as 10 men.
I know.
What they are saying?
What they are saying? We've got the players.
Absolutely. Yeah. I don't know. I've told you, I've already agreed with that. It's not the players I have a problem with. It's the way we play and how we're set up. But no, I agree. I mean, come on. I've talked about Eze from the first time we stepped on the picture in pre-season. It's brilliant. I mean, look at that. I mean, seriously, what? I mean, who else could that besides Wilf? That's a great.
But look at the touch. I've got to say it. Look at the touch from Benteke to Ebbs as well.
Yes, I agree.
That it's a huge moment. It's the sort of thing you'll miss if you don't, keep watching the replays and things like that. But that little touchback, over and over again. That's Patrick and I will do repeatedly, I'm sure. I'm recording this, and what I'll do straight after this is watch it all over again.
But second half only though. But yeah.
Oh yeah, God no. God, no. I'm not
At
a
first,
masochist. I'm not going to watch that first.
Yeah, exactly. So, but no, definitely
There
much.
you go. Kleiny.
And I mean, look at him. He's really, just really solid at right back. I mean, I know we haven't been good defensively, but he's been improving. He's getting forward a lot more. I'm noticing a lot more. And I just feel like I'm really glad we signed him. I'm glad. I hope we give him a longer contract after January. Reader.
Oh,
He's the main man going forward. He's our future. And he's our future. It's by the squad.
But you can't ignore.
You
cannot ignore the difference that Zaha makes to this team. I know we said it.
It's sad though, isn't it, Hambo? If we rely on one player,
yeah, it really is.
It's really, it's not. It shouldn't be this way.
I love watching it. I love being present when I could, like you guys.
Yeah.
I've watched Zaha his first game, and it's always been a pleasure. And even the moments where he's been sent off or he's had a bad game, you still appreciate him for what he can do.
Absolutely.
But, when he's like this, it just we are only a Premier League team with Wilf.
Do you know what?
And
we are. And I agree. You have to give Punchin the credit for the first 3 or 4 years, and then Will for the last 2 or 3. You're right. 2 players basically been the impetus keeping us up all that time. You're right about that. It's definitely Wilf. Wilf's made us who we are.
But what I really want to see, and I hate to almost feel negative, is what do we learn from this, right? I want to see Roy and the staff learn. Look what Benteke can do when you play to his strengths.
Yeah.
Look what Wilf can do alongside a player like Benteke. And also, look at the negatives. Still look at the problems we had in the centre of midfield. What was missing there when it was 11v11, right? What was missing? And it was mobility. We didn't have any real movement in the middle of the pitch. So what can we do to improve? Don't just look at that and say, oh, we don't change the winning team. We'll do the same next week, because that won't work. Because first of all, people will watch this. Second of all, they'll have 11 players next time. So
exactly. Learn
from that. And that's where I struggle with Roy, because he doesn't ever seem to learn, right? He just goes, that worked, we'll do that again. And it doesn't, that's not it. That's not how you do it. There was things today that we've done really, really well since they went down to 10 that we need to bear in mind.
So basically, as long as they go down to 10 men, we can play. So Roy, make sure you get those opposition sent off. Tell your players to dive onto the floor, get fouls, get them sent off. But look, jokes aside though, look at Leeds game, for example. Oh, Jared's coming on as well. This is all I know.
For Macca, please. He's on a yellow.
Yeah, good point. Yeah. Oh, by the way, guess we have 17 shots on goal now. 17.
But that's it. You don't need to wait for them to be under 10 men to do that. You don't.
It's ridiculous.
You see the players. You see the players getting forward. We've used the fullbacks better. We've got the midfield forward. All of those things you can do 11v11. As long as you're marking players, as long as you're looking at the potential break if you're committing players forward, and you've got men marking other players rather than marking spaces. Good. Certainly good setting off. Macca done really well there. But yeah, let's see what.
Imagine Eze in a central position as well in the future. Like, look at the footwork he's got. He's just going to rip it apart. I'm telling you now, he's going to. He's doing it right now under Roy. So imagine when we get a different manager who likes to play attacking football. Then, put him in his best position, and you're going to see better Eze. Simple as. If you think this is good, just wait. Because QPR fans have been saying it. Even Leeds fans, before we played them, said that Eze was one of the best players that they faced.
So I have to say, I don't mind him playing this position for his first season in the Premier League to a point, right? But I agree with it. Everybody who's watched him and can tell better than we can. All the QPR fans will know best. He is better as a central player, and I can see that from his attributes, right? But in terms of getting up to speed with the pace of the Premier League, it's a little bit more forgiving out wide at times. If you don't have to make him do too much of a defensive job. But look at him popping up in the middle positions now. And this is what we want. He's not having to defend, so he's free to move about the pitch. And they can't cope. Understandably, but they just can't cope.
You know what's scary? I'm going to read you some Zaha stats, but he's playing like he's ready. He's ready for the next step. And he's been put... Oh, my days. Why? Okay, I'm going to be positive. Jordan Irish coming on.
For Schlupp. Nothing wrong with that. We talked about are you being a better choice right-hand side, didn't we? So
let's just talk about Zaha.
Probably I would have thought Townsend, but hey.
But it is. Where would Crystal Palace be without Zaha? This season, we've In 9 games, he scored 7 goals, got 2 assists. Now, Zaha last season, how many goals did he score in 38 games? Whatever games he played? What, 3?
3, was it? 3 or 4?
Yeah. And now other teams are going to be looking at this. They're going to be watching Zaha. They're going to be like, well, he can change a whole team. He can change how the rest of the 10 players play. So if that's the case, then you know what? It might be worth spending money on Zaha. I'll be honest, he's playing good, but it's a bit worrying. It's a bit worrying that he's playing this good.
It is, but I've got to say another really obvious thing, and I'm not the first person to say this, right? Lots of people have over a number of seasons, but if you go back to Zaha's best season, okay, for Palace in the Premier League in terms of goal return and assists, who was he playing up top again with most of that season?
What season?
I think season before last, or no, season before
18, 19 was his best season.
There you go. So who was he up top with? I mean, yeah, there was a spell where he played up top with Andros, but basically it's Benteke is what I'm getting at, right? Having that foil up with him, somebody who can win the ball in the air because that's not Zaha's strength. Somebody who can hold the ball up, bring him into play, and allows him to drop deep and drop wide. It's to not play to get the best out of your best player has been infuriating, and that's why we're seeing him excel. And plus, he's matured into just an incredible footballer, isn't he? So,
yeah. So, watching it now, it's very clear that because they're down to 10 men, SA is no longer playing left midfield. He's just basically roaming. We've got now PVA is playing basically left wing, and there's no need for SA to be on that side. He's just going to roam and play more central. Just watch how he picks up the ball every single time now. So he's definitely. I agree with what Hambo said. Having him in a role where he's able to play out wide in his first year is much better for him. It would allow him to that bit of freedom, because again, remember when Wolf would play on the outside, he'd be getting doubled all the time. But when you have Wolf in the side, you can't do that, even though Wolf's up a little bit higher. So again, Eze being allowed to have this little free role, I think will allow him to flourish and really settle this year, and hopefully next season we can move more central.
I'm a believer that Wilf can still play out wide and be effective, like very effective. It's just the fact that when you play out wide normally at Palace, especially last season, we saw him have so much defensive duties where that's why he couldn't score them goals and get them assists. And people who don't watch Palace look at Wilf's goals and assists and they're like, look at Zaha, you're telling me this guy's worth 50, 60 million? At least, no way. He's only scored 3 goals in how many games and he's meant to be your best player. Watch Palace now. Compare Palace last season, compare Will's position last season and compare him to now. Playing in a different role, playing up front, he has that freedom. Give him that freedom, he will create. He's that guy.
But also, when you play him out wide, you're right, he still does a good job, and quite often will still score as a result of the work that he does, but it's not a direct assist or him scoring. But it's also easier for the opposition to block him out when he's on one side, because once you've got 2 players with him, you've got one in front, one to the side. Where does he go? He can only go backwards.
Right.
If he's central, he can still go both sides. So you need 3, and you can't have 3 players on one player in the middle if there's players up around him. So it's a really simple way of explaining it, but that really is one of the big differences as well. And but you're right, Diyar. Wilf like this is, he's a top player and arguably far too good for us.
Yeah, but it's about how long we can keep on to him. There's that thing, because he's not the youngest player nowadays. He's turning 28, 29 soon.
He just turned 28.
I was 28.
He just turned 28.
Yeah, so
November.
So if he's turned 28, his value isn't going to. I don't think it's going to increase over from now on. So do we cash in or do we just get the best out of him?
Yeah, here's the thing. Either he goes in January or summer, or he doesn't go at all. Because when he's not going to go after 29, he'll definitely go either in this upcoming window. But here's the thing, though. With the whole COVID thing with the finances, you're not seeing players make big moves. He just had a baby. I mean, I want him to go honestly for his own good. I think he deserves better than Palace. I really do. I'm not trying to be funny. I believe that. But also, I just think that with the finances, I don't know who's going to pay their money, even domestically. I think he'll want to leave the country. I doubt he'll want to leave the country under what's going on right now with the young family. But again, I don't see who's going to pay for him. I don't think Dortmund will pay for him, PSG, etc. But again, we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
I do agree with
now or never approach. Really,
do agree with V Flynn's comment that let's not get carried away. I think we said that when we went 4-1 up, but
I'm not getting carried away.
At the same time, I
I
want to enjoy Palace winning because
Yes.
it's not happening that much. This will be
right.
Our was it 9th win in 2020?
I mean, you can argue that the Leeds game was more effective in terms of they had 11 players, they were doing well, and we still managed to beat them 4-1. But after that game, look what happened. So I don't think anyone's getting carried away between us three. I don't know about other Palace fans, but we already know in upcoming games, we already know what's going to happen with 11 players. They've struggled all season long. So yeah, Meech is coming on.
Batshuayi coming on, isn't he?
For Wilf.
Is it?
Nah, come on. Wilf has to stay on. He's
coming
on a hat trick.
I've already seen the notification. I hate to break, I've already seen it. Wilf's coming on. Sorry.
Isn't he on a hat trick?
Nah.
He is on a hat trick, so he won't be looking. I want to see his face when he comes off, though.
He should knock Roy out, knock him out on the touchline for that.
I want to see it. Where's the cameras?
Let's see.
Look at that face.
Yeah, look at it. Look.
I told you.
Look, he is pissed. Look, he is pissed.
He deserves to be. He should have stayed on. That's stupid. Seriously. That's bad man management. You should have left him on.
Even when we're 4-1 up, this guy still messes up something.
He's never scored a Premier League hat trick in his life. Why would he not want to stay on? Seriously, leave him on.
Hold up, that's so baffling. When's the last time Will's been subbed off? When there's been games where we had 0 chances, he decided to keep on Will.
I can only assume from Zaf, the club doctor, going and talking to him, right, that they're saying it's because you haven't played in a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
you're more likely to be injured in the next 10 minutes than any other time. Chill out. But Wilf, come on, man.
On a hat trick, though, wow. I mean, if he had one goal, on a hat trick. Only Yannick's got a hat trick in the Premier League for us ever. So I mean, come on.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Mark said he was on a yellow. I missed him being on a yellow. Was he on a yellow?
I don't remember.
I'll check the stats. I don't think so. Let's double check.
Here we go. Here goes PVA.
Hey!
Back out to Eze. You say we've made a noise there.
Yeah, no. Hey, I'm looking. I don't see him on the yellow. So I'm saying, hey, okay. I don't see it. Maybe I missed it, but I don't see it.
Let's see. Well, look at West Brom. Are they even playing? I can't see any West Brom players.
Yeah, they've gone full Palace. They really have. It's Ayew. Oh, lovely little turn. Played in Klein. Loads of space.
Oh,
there you go.
Benteke! He scored another goal!
Oh! He's not any good, though.
And he's done a LeBron James celebration as well. Boom, boom.
Yes! Christian, baby! Come on, Techers!
He's go.
Back! He's back!
Vintage Benteke. A turn and a drilled it in with a weak foot.
This is what I mean. Who's getting slept on in that play? Nathaniel Klein. How good he's been good over the last 3 to 4 games.
Wait. I told you about 10 minutes ago. About
but even about last game, even when we've been losing, we've spoken about it.
I love
that's the Benteke I know.
I love that goal so much. I cannot tell you how much I love it.
That's the old Benteke. That's part due.
That's what I'm doing.
Seeing a striker do that.
Confidence.
Your guy playing in the centre of the pitch, turning a defender in one move and then striking without thinking. Playing on instinct. That's what I like.
Just wanted to kick on. Like in this game, he scored more goals than he's already scored as much as last season, just in this game. But I just wanted to kick on.
Patrick Bo is in the chat baiting you, saying that Roy knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I'm not listening to Bo. Seriously, I'm gonna ignore people that try to bait me. I'm not gonna let it happen on Twitter, on this forum. I respect your opinion, Bo, but you're not gonna bait me. So really quickly, we're now up to 11th place. We have a positive goal difference.
Positive.
Positive. Let's talk about Europe. Nothing goes wrong when we start talking about Europe.
I'm not going there. I'm just saying.
Calm down. You calm down, Amber. You lost the plot.
Wait.
Benteke scored 2 goals.
Just joking.
Wait. Even better.
We can't joke about that.
We scored 17 goals this year. Same amount of goals that Manchester City have scored. This is madness. We scored nine goals in 2 games.
Oh. Yeah, 9 goals. That's the thing.
In games, exactly.
We either have amazing games, or we just be Palace. Them amazing games.
But again, they are playing with 10 men, so I'm not going to go crazy. I'm going to keep saying that.
No, and I'm not going to ignore how bad we were against Newcastle and how bad we were against Burnley, despite Roy playing another way.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to ignore how awful we were against Chelsea. And I'm not going to stop
right.
But you know what I mean.
Going. Yeah, no, you're right. No, listen, all that's very fair. And again, I know people will be on Twitter today talking about, oh, Roy, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not having it, seriously. But again, as a Palace fan, again, I'll go on. I'm very happy that we're winning. That's all I really care about. And more importantly, I always say I like the performance has been very good against 10 men. I'll take it. I'll take it.
But exactly right. But this is the sort of game where against 10, Patrick, you could argue that we might have ended up slugging away to the last 10 minutes and maybe nicking it 2-1, right? The fact that we've gone out and,
them. Yeah.
Exactly. The fact that we've done this and we haven't stopped after going 2 or 3-1. We haven't taken our foot off the gas. We've looked at how they're approaching it. They shut up shop to try and damage limit, and we've just gone out and taken them apart.
Oh wait, Mikey's actually Benteke scored a brace. Sorry, but Benteke scored a brace. Mikey said that he might, in fact, score a brace as well. Did you not put money on that?
I don't think he would have put money on that. It'd have to be insane to have put money on that.
He did put extra $5.
He did not. Did he?
Is he claiming? I'm going to call him a liar until he shows me the winning betting receipts.
That's got to be 50, 60, 80 to 1. Seriously. Them to score 2 goals when he hasn't scored 2 goals in an entire season. The odds of that has got to be really, really high. Seriously. And it's his first start of the season too, by the way. So come on. Those odds are going to be ridiculous. Good for Mikey.
Tower One Power is saying a Benteke hat trick was 200 to 1.
Hat trick. He might get it too. He really could get it. That's crazy.
5 minutes plus injury time to go. Well, 4 minutes plus injury time to go. So,
we're paying £120. It says he won £120. That's not bad for £10. Is that 12 to 1? I guess, right?
Yeah.
I don't gamble, but you know what? That's a decent bet.
I mean, there's no way I would put that bet on. Just no way.
That's a punt, a bet.
Terence is about to win big money if he scores again as well.
No, he put up for a hat trick. Look at that. £755 if you get a third goal. Come on, Christian. Come on.
Do it for the nest. We need that money. We're going bankrupt.
Terence got a new baby. Come on. And it's almost Christmas. Come on, Christian. One more, baby.
Yeah.
Penalty. Give me a penalty.
Don't feel sorry for Terence. He's rolling in cash.
Is he?
Yeah,
okay.
He's got so much money, that boy.
Okay.
Yeah. You see how nice his house is? He's done his house up so it looks like an IKEA
nice house. He's got a real nice house. I'll give him credit.
Unacceptable. And he can see Sellers Park from his garden.
Exactly.
I hate
him. Good point.
What's it called? And also, he had corporate seats at Croydon FC yesterday.
Yeah.
So, wait a minute. No mask. I didn't like that. No mask on. I saw that picture. I was very afraid for that. Don't like that. Got to wear a mask, Terence.
Yeah. 18 attempts. How many attempts have we had this season so far?
This season.
We've had lots. Yeah. He's probably broke a record there as well. 6 on target. Oh. So things have changed massively. As soon as I said, you know what, this is so important against West Brom. Boy, this is an awful job. We decided to turn to Prime Barcelona. I knew. I had a feeling this will happen. Every time I go against Roy. Roy.
No. Stop. Diyar, stop.
I'm not saying Roy done this. No, I'm not saying Roy done this, but we always get a result.
Always get a result.
Whenever I go against.
I could argue we always do, but okay, I'll leave you at that. That's okay. I mean, I'll let you revel in that.
We're going to enjoy this win. It's been a pleasure to watch the second half.
It really
doesn't change any long-held opinion that I have.
Not for me either. Nope.
Yeah. Nor should it. And yes, when I get to let's go back to what we said at the very, very start of this game to give it some perspective. And we called it a must-win game. So this is the bare minimum we expected was to win this game, and we've done it at a canter. That's good. I'll praise some of the stuff that was done, particularly the approach to the second half. I'm happy to praise that, but it doesn't change the long-term view that I've had for quite a long period of time.
Benteke is, and I'll meet you. I thought that Benteke. That was a good touch, I was going to say. But yeah, this is a shock. Like, what do you even say? Well, this is the thing with Palace. We either play so poor we don't have anything to say, or we play so good that what can we say? It's 5-1. We just it's against 10 men West Brom. It's like there's no in between. There's no tight games. We're like, when's the last time we had a tight game and we won?
Southampton.
Like 2-1 or something.
Southampton 1-0.
Southampton,
First game of the season.
Yeah. Even that, and we scored in the first half with Wilf, and then they pretty much dominated us.
Yeah, you're right.
Calling Gallagher a rip-off Cantwell. I quite enjoyed that.
You know what? Yeah, that
He looks like him a little bit, doesn't he?
yeah, exactly. He does.
It's like that's a good shout. That is. He looks like him.
It's like on Pro Evo in the old days where they, well, still probably now, they don't have the licenses, do they? It'll be.
I think they're getting a couple of licenses.
Yeah.
Diyar, when are you buying FM21? When are you going to go? Christmas?
I don't think I'm going to buy it. Nah, I don't
What?
think I'll buy it.
Are you that busy?
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I won't have time. I don't think I'm gonna have time to play Football Manager.
I hear
So
you.
once you start, you're not gonna. Yeah,
You can't stop. Yeah, I understand
exactly.
that part.
I've got. So
I haven't been able to let go of my my FM20 game yet. I'm in 2034 now.
I got 10 years and I stopped. I got bored. I got to 2030 and I stopped.
I've just got too many good youth prospects coming through, Patrick. I need to see what happens.
I did too. And that's the part that that's what I'm doing this time. I'm actually just going to keep Palace as they are and try and bring through a bunch of kids and see what happens. I don't care about winning. You know what? So far I'm doing okay, but you're right. It's difficult proposition. You got to bring a few players in. I want to see how guys like Pierrick and Sam Woods and Omalabu and Fionn Mooney's in the game now. So see how they come through and how they do. We'll see.
We're taking our foot off the gas.
What are you doing, PVA?
PVA's not got a goal up.
He's trying to score. What do you mean?
He's trying to get scores.
So he does best. He scores goals, right? He scores
look
goals.
at Ez, man. He just runs. I don't know how to describe him. He just runs.
He's been great today. Yeah. Patrick Kelly was saying in the chat earlier on, he says, love the Eze performance, but worried Klopp and Guardiola looking on. You got to say, like, he is, I think in a season and a half we'll be really worried, but I think we got him for a little while.
Yeah, I'm more worried about Zaha, not Eze.
Yeah.
But
you can spend your life worried about Zaha going. I think I probably have. I
was pretty comfortable this season. This summer, of him not going, probably because of COVID. But yeah, I guess so. But now he's playing good. Now he's playing good. He's scoring goals, getting assists. It's probably COVID is our only hope that he might stay. That might be the only positive.
No, you're probably right.
Truth is, somebody should have taken that punt on him. It was never a gamble to get him in, no matter what his stats were or whatever.
If you watch him play, exactly. If you watch him play, then you will know.
Just to understand what he would be able to do. I mean, Graham Souness was saying he's actually a massive fan of Zaha, which I quite like about him. Don't agree with him a lot, but he was saying just put him in a team where he doesn't have to do anything but attack. The team dominates the ball, and just let him loose, and he'll just destroy teams. And I think he's spot on. But selfishly, let's have him until he retires.
How many goals
I reckon
this season?
I reckon. What's that?
How many goals have we scored this season?
I just told you 17.
Scored.
17. He's got half of them, more than half actually. To do the math. So.
Then add the assists onto that as well. I think he's probably I think 2-3 assists. I think maybe.
Literally one-man team. What we should have been.
Zaha FC, as people like to call us sometimes. But
we shouldn't.
Hard to argue.
Zaha FC, I like that.
We scored 5 goals. I don't feel like we're realizing. I know it's 10 men, but the fact that we still managed to score 5 goals, and we actually play some good football in them goals. But next week we'll return back to normal. Who we got next?
Spurs, isn't it?
Oh, geez,
the hot Spurs.
Yeah.
Not that I got a ticket for it. Don't worry about me and my 7,500 loyalty points. No, just ignore me.
It's done. Palace have won. Not only have we beaten West Brom, 5-1 against 10-man West Brom. Patrick.
Eagle.
I talked about it yesterday. Yesterday we had the conversation. Surely you're going to be positive at the end of the game. There's a WhatsApp message that we're talking about.
No,
you must be happy.
No, you called the win, and I am happy. But you didn't predict that they go down to 10 men. So I'm not going to give you credit for that. But listen, I'll say it again. I don't like the manager. That's not the point today. I'm very happy that we won. I'm very happy for Wolf. I'm very happy for Benteke. That could be a huge push on. And I like the way we played in the second half. Again, it was against 10 men. But again, we've seen here that we can play better and more exciting football. Why don't we do it every week? It's the manager. But again, I'm very happy. Don't get me wrong. Man of the match for me, Mark Corbett would be Wilfried Zaha or Benteke.
I was going to ask for your man of the match, Hambo, but before I do, the result is great, but another thing that stood out is Christian Benteke. We talked about him just like we talked about Chase McCarthy a couple of weeks ago when he was struggling and Andros Townsend. Every time we talk about a player here, they somehow turn into they go into great form. But great performance from Benteke. The fact that he got goals and he done his usual role of bringing others into the game as well.
Yeah, look, really, really, really important. And he's within a whisker of man of the match just for his all-round display. And there was a couple of moments where you just saw that slight lack of belief, but as soon as he scored, he was probably faultless, I would say. And it was a very, very good first goal. But the second, I will love watching that back over and over. The fact that he played a big part in Zaha's second goal, I guess. But just, an all-round great performance. But Wilf has to get it because he was the difference today. But Eze also superb. But, I'll go back to what we said earlier and Patrick sort of referenced back to that. The thing about this performance is we can absolutely enjoy it, and we should. And I'll love watching that second half back over and over again for the rest of the day. Really will.
Yeah.
But what I have to see, what we all have to see, is us taking that forward, learning those lessons, seeing where we, as I said, understanding where we were bad. We had issues at left back because of PVA until they went down to 10 men. So how do we solve that? Exactly. Do we bring Mitchell back in? Seems the obvious choice. Yes, we'll lose something in that, but PVA is not going to be able to play left wing against 10 men all the time. So how do we deal with that issue? How do we deal with the sort of shakiness and the inconsistency at the back? We've got to stick with a consistent back four for a little while, I think, where we can. And after just saying we need to drop PVA. But I think just looking at that midfield in particular, Gyro hasn't done anything to deserve being dropped. I thought, as I said earlier, it might be an unpopular thing, but Luca does the screening job better than anybody we've got at the club, and I think it was important he did that today. So for me, I'd love to see Gyro accommodated in place of MacArthur, but MacArthur had a good game, so that feels harsh. But it's all about the intent, the movement and the intent up front. Back ourselves to score. If Benteke can take heart from that, which he should, he makes us a very, very different prospect. He'll bother defenders all game. He'll hold the ball up so we can get players forward and not have to continuously rely on a counter. So look, there's a lot promising there, but we've got to learn lessons from it as well, because first half was pretty poor, other than about a 10-minute spell.
Well, apparently we'll be joined. Sorry, Patrick, go.
So 3 quick things. You forgot to change the thing on the bottom, the score. It's not West Brom 1, Palace 1, but that's okay.
Oh, jeez, we've been too excited.
That's okay.
I didn't realize it. No one talked about it.
Second thing, Hambo won't talk about the lineup, but I'll tell you right now, if you put Townsend on the right side and put Mitchell at left back, and then he's not going to put Gyro in there, I'd be very happy with that lineup going forward for the next 5, 6, 7, 8 matches. I really, really would. It's going to be tough to do that against Tottenham. So I understand he might leave it the same, but again, I would like to see that happen. And you know what? One really strange last thing. That first goal that we scored, can we go to the dubious goals committee and get that goal to Will so he can have a hat trick? Because he did get it on net. You never know.
Well, you got an assist in FPL. You know how we're talking about he won't get the assist. He got the assist.
He
gave it to
Will. Okay.
Yeah, he gave it to Will. All right. So yeah. Well, look, I'm going to be talking to other Palace fans in just about 15 minutes. I guess the conversation will be good this time around. It's been pretty miserable last few weeks. If you want to come on and have your say, message us on Facebook or Twitter, and we'll have you on as well. And thank you for joining us for the watch along. Make sure to like, subscribe, and for the Tottenham game, pray for us because we're going to need it. And until next time, up the Palace.